My queen, the Ndwandwe are preparing for war. Zoloni's voice boomed through the crowd. Our scouts have seen their warriors gathering at the border. Nkosi plans to strike soon. Queen Nandi, though troubled, maintained her calm composure. She had faced many crises before, but war with the Ndwandwe, an equally fierce tribe, would cost countless lives. The sun rose lazily over the vast plains of Zululand, casting its golden rays over the humble yet proud kingdom. Birds flitted through the clear skies, and the rhythmic pounding of drums echoed faintly in the distance as the Zulu warriors trained. It was another ordinary morning, or so the villagers thought. In the royal kraal, Queen Nandi, the wise and graceful leader of the Zulu people, sat in contemplation. Her regal posture was highlighted by the traditional ezikolo, the intricately woven headgear worn by Zulu royalty, while her beaded isidwoba skirt adorned with colorful patterns symbolized her status and strength. The weight of her kingdom's safety rested on her shoulders, yet her expression remained serene. Suddenly, Chief Zoloni burst into the kraal, his face a portrait of urgency. His traditional impamla, a strip of leather tied across his forehead, reflected the ancient customs of their people, while the hardened look in his eyes hinted at the gravity of the news he bore. My queen, the Ndwandwe are preparing for war. Zoloni's voice boomed through the kraal. Our scouts have seen their warriors gathering at the border. Nkosi plans to strike soon. Queen Nandi, though troubled, maintained her calm composure. She had faced many crises before, but war with the Ndwandwe, an equally fierce tribe, would cost countless lives. We cannot rush into battle, Zoloni, she said, her voice as calm as the morning breeze. War will bring nothing but destruction to our people. There must be another way. Zoloni clenched his fist, his warrior spirit itching for action. Our men are ready, my queen. If the Ndwandwe attack, we must defend ourselves. I fear Nkosi won't wait for peace. Queen Nandi's gaze drifted toward the horizon, where dark clouds seemed to gather ominously in the distance. Her heart was heavy with the weight of the impending conflict, yet she knew that wisdom, not strength, would win the day. Meanwhile, at the training grounds, the tension among the Zulu warriors was palpable. The clanging of spears against shields filled the air as they practiced, sweat glistening on their brows under the mid-morning sun. General Themba, the formidable leader of the Zulu army, stood tall and imposing, his traditional ibeshu made of cowhide swaying slightly with his movements. His presence alone commanded respect. The warriors, sensing the danger that lurked just beyond the horizon, whispered amongst themselves. We should strike first, one warrior muttered, gripping his spear tightly. The Ndwandwe will not show mercy. If we wait, we'll be sitting ducks. General Themba, ever the disciplined leader, raised a hand to silence them. His voice, deep and steady, cut through the murmurs. We follow the queen's orders. She has led us with wisdom, and her decisions have always protected this land. We will not act recklessly. But even as he spoke, Themba felt the unease creeping into his own heart. He trusted Queen Nandi implicitly, but warriors were born to fight, not to wait. The growing tension among the men was like dry grass waiting for a spark. That night, as the stars twinkled above the Zulu village, Queen Nandi sat alone by the flickering fire in her kraal. Her mind was restless, filled with thoughts of her people and the choices she would have to make. Would it be possible to avoid bloodshed? Could she outwit Nkosi with diplomacy? Sibenjil, her loyal confidant, entered quietly, her footsteps light as a feather. Dressed in a simple isikaka, the traditional Zulu women's attire, Sibenjil knelt beside her queen, sensing her unease. My queen, you have guided us through many trials, but this one weighs heavily on you. What troubles your spirit? Queen Nandi sighed, her eyes reflecting the dancing flames. War destroys everything, Sibunjil. It takes fathers from their sons, husbands from their wives, and leaves nothing but ashes behind. If I lead my people into battle, how many will I lose? Sibunjil placed a comforting hand on her shoulder. You have the wisdom of the ancestors, my queen. Whatever path you choose, we will follow. Nandi gave a faint smile but knew deep down that her decision could make or break the Zulu Kingdom. The next day, Queen Nandi called a council of elders. The royal crow was filled with a low murmur of voices as the elders, all dressed in their finest leopard skins and beaded adornments, gathered around the central fire. Chief Soloni and General Temba stood at her side, both men prepared for whatever came next. The Ndwandwe prepare for war, Queen Nandi began, her voice echoing through the crow. But war is not the path I wish to take. We must explore every possibility before resorting to violence. Chief Soloni was the first to speak. His deep voice resonated with the authority of a man who had seen many battles. My queen, the Ndwandwe are not known for peace. If they are preparing for war, we must be ready to defend ourselves. We cannot wait for them to strike. General Temba nodded in agreement. Our warriors are ready, but they grow restless. They seek direction, my queen. If war comes, we will fight, but we must act swiftly. Queen Nandi listened to her advisors but held her ground. War is the last resort. I will not lead our people into death without considering every option. Just as the council concluded, a Ndwandwe messenger arrived at the gates of the Zulu village. Clad in leather bands and carrying a cowhide shield, he strode confidently into the kraal, bowing before Queen Nandi. His arrival was met with uneasy glances, but Nandi, ever calm, beckoned him forward. I bring a message from Nkosi Mnguni, the messenger announced, his voice sharp and direct. Surrender your lands to him, or he will unleash the full might of the Ndwandwe army upon you. The air in the kraal grew thick with tension. General Temba's hand instinctively tightened around his spear, and even the elders exchanged worried glances. Queen Nandi rose from her seat, her expression unreadable, though her mind raced with the weight of her people's future. Tell your king, she said slowly, that the Zulu people do not seek war, but if it comes to our doorstep, we will not falter. However, before blood is shed, I offer a meeting between leaders, a chance to speak and resolve this without violence. The messenger bowed once again before leaving to deliver her message. As he disappeared into the distance, a heavy silence fell over the kraal. The Zulu Kingdom was now standing on the edge of a knife. War loomed ever closer, and though Queen Nandi had extended an olive branch, it remained to be seen if Nkosi Mnguni would take it or shatter it beneath his heel. The tension builds as the Zulu Kingdom faces the threat of war, with the wisdom of Queen Nandi standing as their only hope for peace. But as the threat grows closer, even the most patient hearts wonder, can peace truly be achieved, or will the Zulu people be forced to fight for their survival?